Is the altcoin bull market completely canceled? This is a Bitcoin dominance chart. Bitcoin destroying altcoins right now. And I want to just say this. This is the exact time to pay attention to everything. We're going into a new business cycle that theoretically should be prime foundation for the crypto market as a whole to grow. I'm talking about Bitcoin. I'm talking about altcoins. I'm talking about interest rates coming down, money printers, the Fed quantitative tightening. It just kind of slows down. It tapers off. And then we get ready for an expansion cycle. The only question to ask, if that's going to happen as it relates to crypto, the only question to ask is whether or not all of crypto is going to grow, or is it going to be only Bitcoin? I know where I stand with that answer. And to get hints on the answer, I recommend not listening to or reading anonymous comments in the social media comment section, like even on this video. Go look at the comments of the anonymous people. Altcoin season's canceled. You've been so wrong. It's game over. I recommend paying attention to the big money. I recommend paying attention to technicals. I recommend paying attention to institutions. What are they doing as it relates to altcoins right now? They're doing something very opposite of what those anonymous comments are doing. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. So hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. If you're not in our intelligence system, go get our risk models. Go start planning for this cycle. It's a cycle like we've never seen before. Plan your Bitcoin exits, plan your altcoin exit strategies with our exit planner and risk models. Big 40% sale still going on right now. Let's jump into it. Here is, and I want to start with this very quickly, a quick picture. Ignore this fractal for a moment. There's a very important fractal that I want to discuss as it relates to altcoins. But as a reminder, higher highs and higher lows for altcoin markets. Is Bitcoin outperforming altcoins right now? Yes, it is happening. But that doesn't change the fact that from bear market lows, altcoins over the years are in a higher high, higher low growth in a very healthy way, in a way that we've never seen for altcoins. And this is happening at the confluence of headlines like this: Altcoin ETF applications surge as SEC softens crypto stance. So I'm going to discuss the Bitcoin ETF approval that you see here with this green arrow. That happened in January 2024. And I want to kind of overlay that moment on the altcoin charts. But this is a very big deal. I'm not going to stop covering it because it's important data. I showed this the other day. Obviously, Bloomberg analysts just upgraded approval odds for majority of spot crypto ETF filings, 90% or higher. All of these altcoins, Cardano, Dogecoin, XRP, Solana, Litecoin, and the list goes on. The approval odds are getting very strong. This, again, at the confluence of just this new business cycle, which is taking longer than many people wanted, right? But here we are, Ethereum, still stuck in multi-year consolidation. The price of Ethereum is the same as it was in July 2021, in April 2021. Is it game over? No. In my view, it's not. Ethereum right now, even if you look at the inflows, BlackRock just yesterday, 98 million. Why is BlackRock buying that chart? Tell me. Why is BlackRock buying that chart? Why are institutions rushing now to get, because of the regulatory clarity, to get altcoin ETFs? Why are they doing that? Why? Why, especially as we're about to get this, legislation that is going to bring in really trillions of dollars into the crypto market? What are institutions doing? Why are they not just going all in with Bitcoin? Why are they paying attention to altcoins? And not only all of that, the narrative of that, right? And I'm going to show you this fractal on the altcoin charts, the Bitcoin fractal. I want to show you what that looks like on the altcoin charts. I think it's important. But from a technical perspective, I know Bitcoin dominance is just absolutely, it's doing work. And even in relation to this lower high Fibonacci that we've been tracking, it's pretty much, if we actually just take that swing high last cycle to swing low, let me see. Let's really try and get that. So this Fibonacci right there, that 786 is about to be tested. Bitcoin is testing it. But does this chart mean that the altcoin opportunity is gone, it's game over? Because we've been here before where Bitcoin dominance is just surging and it's just like altcoins are just getting dominated, and then all of a sudden altcoins step in and do something, right? And then even here, last bull market, it was just like game over for altcoins. And then they step in and boom, we have an altcoin, just crazy, crazy move. What if this is getting ready to set up now as we go into this new business cycle, as institutions get in position? Right now is not the time. Right now is not the popular time for me to sit down and really defend my altcoin thesis. It's very easy, for people to be like, same old, same old. Dan's bullish on altcoins, right? But, I'm not going to apologize for it. I really, even though Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin has outperformed altcoins to this moment, I really think this chart is incredibly healthy. But let's take that Bitcoin ETF approval fractal, because basically what I'm saying is Bitcoin ETFs got approved back here January 2024, and it's been higher high, higher low growth, very healthy growth for Bitcoin since, right? And what is interesting to note on that chart is where Bitcoin was. I mean, it was like 60% away from all-time high at that moment. And it really does look like the altcoin market cap chart right now, right? If we kind of just set aside this fractal for a second and we measure altcoins where we are, we're looking at, 55% from all-time highs. And the reason I'm using this ETF Bitcoin approval fractal is because altcoins are on the verge of getting their own ETFs approved. And so we're entering this new season for altcoins that Bitcoin has had since January 2024. But it's not just that one piece of data. It also is things like the Fed balance sheet, right? We've been tracking this, the leveling off of it, quantitative tightening slowing down, pro-crypto legislation just getting ready to come into play, rate cuts, all of these things are very good for altcoins. And so this fractal, I kind of expanded it a little bit because I think we're going to see a very strong move for altcoins, a more volatile move for altcoins compared to Bitcoin. That's what happens. And I'm not saying it will look like this, the structure of it, because it very likely won't. It will look different. But I am trying to paint a picture that the slow growth that altcoins have been in already and the higher highs, higher lows that they've been in already, I think is going to continue. And I think institutions are just buying time right now and getting in position for what's getting ready to happen with the crypto space, in particular with altcoins. And I'm paying attention to that. And I'm not going to just bail out on my macro thesis just because the Bitcoin dominance chart is surging and Bitcoin dominance is absolutely dominating altcoins. I'm going to look at these altcoin charts like Ethereum and others, and I'm just going to say, man, that breakout is looking more and more primed. And we've covered the technicals in terms of the technical analysis, even this structure, the retest of this pattern, and the technical analysis confirmations. They're still all in play, but I'm trying to speak to the broader story here and what's going on with altcoins and the altcoin markets, because I think a very big move is getting ready to happen. It's just required more patience than most people would have wanted, including myself. I mean, I'm still learning patience too in this game, right? But either way, we're in higher high, higher low growth for the altcoin markets while we're entering a new era for crypto, a new business cycle, and institutions are very much getting into position. So these are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. We'll continue tracking all of these markets. Turn notifications on. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.